we're halfway through the show because comments keep. Yeah, hell yeah, that's the spirit. So don't no one go anywhere yet. If you need tequila, I have some in the bench. It's in I went tequila, and since it was Black History Month, I have watermelon punch. Also, Minute Maid, because I gotta keep it black. I'm sorry. I saw the watermelon punch at Sun. I was like, I gotta get that. Like, I gotta try it out. It's Minute Maid. Like, I couldn't say no to it. Just like, it's like Girl Scout cookies. Like, you can't say no. Like, I had to do it. So, don't judge me. This is like anything watermelon I gotta get. Like, it's just like Jordans. Like, oh man, look at them. All right, whatever. I'm not explaining blackness to you guys right now. Next comic comes to the stage. Super hilarious. Also does great shows in Fredericksburg. Super hilarious. You guys gonna love him. Start clapping up right now for my homie, Mr. Chris Porter, everybody!
What's going on, guys? Look at this fancy shit. Good Lord. It's so fancy. Couldn't believe it. They got the lights. We got Willie Nelson smoking around the corner. You can't see him. I could see me on camera though. You got the smoke there. It's nice. It's very nice. Good deal. I'm like Marco. I'm gonna be reaching here, but we're gonna make it through it. I promise you. We got any drug addicts in the audience? Yeah, nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Not required for the joke, but just curious. Hopefully recovering, but yeah, active drug addicts not as fun as the recovering ones, gotta say. But it's funny, they say that when you start doing drugs, right, you stop maturing, right? That's like a scientific thing. They're like, you start doing drugs, you no longer mature, right? So I was thinking about it. I guess I have the emotional maturity of a fetus. Yeah, it's awkward. It's awkward. It's cool though. It's cool. You know, happy Women's History Month, right? You guys have really been crushing it, gotta say. If you guys have not realized this yet, but the women, right, big win recently, they cracked the code, right? They figured out a way to show full titty on Instagram, right? Full titty, a nipple, everything, both titties, everything, right? They found the titty loophole, right? You guys know what the titty loophole is? It just requires a fake baby doll and a caption that is a breastfeeding tutorial, right? And that's it. Gallons of Sarah, right? Is the name gallons of Sarah, right? This is not a paid promotion from Gallons of Sarah, but you know, just in case one word, Gallons of Sarah, one word, right? But I'm trying to find out, like, what's the loophole for men? You know, I feel like there's no way I'm gonna be able to pull off full dick on Instagram, right? But I'm curious what that would be, you know, like we heard about some manscaping from Christian, right? Maybe that, you know, maybe shaving tutorial will get me away with full dick on Instagram, maybe. I don't know. I just feel maybe that's where we don't really have equality, right? Maybe there's no way that I'm gonna be able to show full dick on Instagram. I don't know. A boy can dream though. But I should have warned you guys ahead of time. I'm the type of kid when I was younger, I was tested for autism but didn't have it, right? So we just never figured this shit out, right? Just never figured it out. We're figuring it out here tonight together, though. I'm excited for it. But let's talk about some shit I don't like, right? Some shit I don't like, right? You ever have somebody knock on your door? Hate that shit. Hate that shit. It's a funny story with that. I lived in the middle of the woods for past, 7 years, and then I moved to downtown Fredericksburg, right? So I'm like in the city now, right? When I lived in the woods, nobody was knocking on my fucking door. Nobody. I lived like a mile down a gravel driveway. Nobody was coming and knocking on my door, right? And we moved to the city. First time I had somebody knock on my door, I did what any self-respecting adult does when someone knocks on your door in 2024 is you look on the fucking Ring camera. I'm not gonna go peek and see who it is, right? So I look on the Ring camera, and you know what's standing there? A whole ass elf. An elf. Like a full elf was standing in front of the Ring camera, and he's just standing there. He's just standing, fixing himself. He's waiting for us to answer the door. I swear to God, a full fucking elf, right, was standing at my front door. It was around Christmas time, which, but still, when you look on your Ring camera and there's a full-ass elf standing there, it's unnerving, okay? And I did what everybody would have done in that situation, is I whispered to everybody, do not answer the fucking door, all right? And I to this day, I have no idea what that elf wanted, okay? But I often wonder, I often wonder. Any married men in the audience? Married men? All right, that didn't sound like a man, but I mean, I'll take it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have assumed. I shouldn't have assumed. I have a foolproof way. So men are notorious for losing arguments, right? We lose fucking arguments like it is like one of our hobbies, right? Like we are just taking the fucking L all the time. I lose arguments to my wife on a daily basis, every time, always lose. I found a way, right, to guarantee the win of the argument, right? Guarantee it, right? And very often when you get in a real heated argument, the men's reaction, right, is to start, very textbook responses. They start saying, what they turned down to get with their wife, the past, whatever beautiful woman it was. Like, oh, I can't believe I didn't take her, right? And that's a rookie mistake. That's a rookie mistake. You don't do that, right? What you say to them is, I can't believe out of all the women, right, that I made uncomfortable at Walmart, right? Out of all the women that I was, making cringe on Bumble, right? Out of all the women that swiped left on me on Tinder, right? You were the only one that said yes. You were the only one willing to fuck me. Maybe not, okay, all right. It's funny when I said it to my wife. No, I'm just kidding. But, ain't y'all watch game shows? Like game shows? I feel like I love game shows, and ever since I have finished every episode of MILF Manor, that one's done, I started watching Squid Games, the game show. Y'all seen this? So it's like Squid Games, the movie, right? Except for, the people don't get killed and, they get shot with little paintballs and get shot with real bullets. It's disappointing, I know, but it's still entertaining nonetheless. The problem is I feel like I grew up during the golden era of game shows, right? It was like, back when I was a kid, it was like Nickelodeon, right? You had Legends of the Hidden Temple with the weird face, right? That would talk to the little kids. Actually, looking back, it's kind of creepy. But they were fun shows. You had my personal favorite, which was Guts, right? You'd have kids from all over the world, and they would come and compete in little gladiator games, right? And for a fake rock, it's all they got. Right? They didn't get nothing but a fake rock. And they always had the character introduction portion of the show, right? And it would just be some kid. And he'd be like, hi, I'm Pablo. I'm from Portugal. And he'd be kicking a soccer ball. And that was it, right? That was all you needed to know about little Pablo, right? Squid Games has that same character introduction portion of the show, right? Except for it's just a person, an adult sitting at a metal table talking to a camera, pretty much just listing their traumas and or character defects, right? It would just be like, hi, I'm Jeff, right? I'm a computer programmer from Idaho, right? And, I have severe trust issues, and my family stopped talking to me when I came out as a homosexual, right? And it's like, okay, Jeff, I'm sorry to hear that, right? But I'm not sure that's pertinent to the game of life-size battleship you're getting ready to play. I don't think it's gonna come into, I just don't see why you need to tell everybody that. My personal favorite was was this guy, and he was just every textbook definition of what like a toxic narcissistic male would be, right? Just running around talking mad shit to everybody the entire game, just like the loudest, most annoying guy on the show, right? And he would do this weird thing where he would do this shit talking, but he would often reference Jesus during his shit talking, you know? He'd be like, yeah, in the name of Jesus, right? And then he followed it up later on with this very interesting quote, which was, Jesus had to compete, so I gotta compete. Does anybody know what Jesus was competing in? I mean, hopefully it wasn't hide and go seek with the Romans, right? Because spoiler alert, right? He ain't win that one. Well, thank y'all. I'm Chris Porter. Y'all have a good night.
Keep it going for Chris Porter, everybody. Let him hear it. Let him hear it. Yes. Chris will talk about Guts. Was it Guts? That was a show, right? Guts. Y'all wasn't paying attention? That was my favorite show back in the day. Like, there was 2 shows I wanted to be on, but because of my stature, being a skinny kid with iron deficiency and vitamin D deficiency, I can't be physical. So Guts was like one of the shows I wanted to be on. The second show was Supermarket Sweep. And Supermarket Sweep came back, so I was like, there's hope, yes! I can be on there and fucking, like, I'm so fucking good at the grocery store. Like, I can get shit in and out, like, under 10 minutes. Like, woman that shot with me, they're like, oh my God, you're faster than me. I'm like, boom. All right, cool. Like I said, I'm the lady handing you samples. So, the next sample coming up to the stage, super.